Hey everybody, Darryl Slater here with Connor Hughes at the Jets training facility in Florham Park, where they just wrapped up their Wednesday practice and also their post-practice interviews. What's going on with this team right now?
The big thing is there are some now injury concerns with this team for the second consecutive day because they didn't go on Monday. Brandon Marshall's still out, Eric Decker's still out, Aaron Henderson's still out, James Carpenter's still out. That's 4 starters on this team right now that did not practice. Matt Forte was limited in practice, so that maybe deserves a little asterisk of, okay, because he's got the sore knee. But the big thing right now, I think, is Marshall and Decker, because Marshall is looking more and more like somebody that could realistically miss this game against Kansas City. I mean, he's dealing with the knee issue. Today he didn't do anything. I mean, in fact, he was on the practice field in tennis shoes, so it tells you, like, literally he was not doing anything. And you couple in Decker and it's not looking good.
I would think Decker plays. The other, Henderson and Carpenter, is kind of up in the air. Marshall, they've been kind of coy about what the nature of his injury is. It obviously doesn't require surgery, but there's a big gap between not requiring surgery and being totally healthy. So maybe they rest him a week. You know what'll happen if Henderson doesn't play. Darren Lee slides up. He's done some good things. Obviously, Wesley Johnson would have to play if Carpenter doesn't play. But say Decker plays and Marshall doesn't, where does that leave the Jets wide receiver group? A lot of unproven guys outside of Decker, even though Nunes played better.
Exactly. I mean, the Jets are not in an ideal situation because, as by keeping 4 quarterbacks, you knew that another position on the roster was going to be depleted a bit, and one of those positions was receiver. The Jets could only keep 6 wide receivers as opposed to 7 wide receivers. 3 of those receivers are guys who are really unproven. You've got Robbie Anderson, an undrafted rookie, Sharon Peak, a 7th-round pick, Jalen Marshall, an undrafted rookie behind Quincy and with Decker and Marshall. If Marshall and or Decker can't go, you're suddenly in a position now where you don't have much experience going up against a defense that's pretty good, led by Marcus Peters and Tamba Hali. So it's not an ideal situation for the Jets right now to be in.
Yeah, we'll see what happens Thursday. That's a big day for these guys, whether they practice or don't, as the Jets determine, how many of those guys will be able to play, if any of them, on Sunday in Kansas City.